Bathroom. Okay, yo, what's up, guys? It's Just Cause with K Hard Fan back here, and today we're with High Side Racing League once again. Regular season finale here tonight at Daytona. Should be fun. The points lead battle we know is very close right now going into Daytona, so it's going to be interesting. I cannot wait for tonight. This is going to be very fun. We're getting told we can accept the invite into the race. Nah. There we go. We are connecting and loading in tonight. Regular season finale at Daytona. 80 laps to decide the playoff field tonight. Should be fun. As we're going to load right in here. Kevin should be showing up at any minute now. Right now. You know, so while we're doing that and loading in, I gotta load into my phone. And there we go. As we're loading in, you can see Daytona is going to be a very difficult night tonight for a lot of these guys. Daytona is going to be one of those racetracks that can make and break your playoff hopes. So, you know what? It's going to be very interesting here. As here we go. We are in the races. Here we go. Coming to the line. Pole sitter B13 on the inside. He's going to drop to the back. Here we go. Green flag. 24 dipping to the inside here. 51 of Horatio Kane right behind him. And then you got the 18 of Ice in My Veins behind him on the inside. Inside working well to start off. Outside car in the wall. The Weevil Wobbles are coming into play. Here we go through 1 and 2. How many laps? Oh, 24s. We got a car crashed in the back. 9 cars around. Car flipping as well. 38's around. 9 was around. I don't know if that's going to be a caution. I don't know what the... Okay. Yeah. They got to race to lap 5 on here. So, as they are racing around, let's go to the front pack here. Is the 24 of High Side Hobie leading the front pack around right here. Is the 24 leading it around. Then you got the 18. Who's in the 5? Irish. So Irish is here as well in the 5 here tonight. As here we go down the back straightaway. 24. There's a car mowing the grass. It is the 8 of Hunter Boy. Just apparently mowing the grass. Here we go through 3. Oh, crash! 22 and 2. They both saved it. 22 in the wall. 2 was, you know, in the putting the wall there as well. Here we go. Collins in the lead right now, followed by the 18 of Ice in My Veins and the 5 of Irish. Currently, that is your top 3. 24 hit the apron right there as they go down the back straightaway. Now it's only a 6-car pack for the lead right now, as they are going down the back straightaway. Here we go. There's the 41 of The Mist. Okay, Man Like Milk. Currently now taking that 3rd spot from the 5 of Irish there. As Kevin has just joined us in the booth here tonight. So Kevin, you just joined. We're here at Daytona. It's the Wild One. Tell us the struggles and the difficulty here tonight in this regular season finale.
Well, of course, you know, there's the one major factor, and this is, I guess, maybe the ballpark that I'm a lot more familiar with. That's where my home has been custom setup races where I've been calling for a while. Obviously, I've done some preset racing myself. I know how that works, but I'm a little bit more familiar with these, and I think, Alex, you could probably say, you know, some of the same. But, you know, Daytona, of course, you know, the one big thing here, and I don't know if it will be an issue, Of course, there's the legendary fuel gears. We can get into that later if it comes up. I don't know how many of these guys really know about that trick or have it. I know there's a couple in the field that do. What I can tell you is caution's out. What I can tell you, though, is the way you draft and the way these cards handle with custom setups compared to presets is quite a bit different. And the way that they drive into the corners, the way that you can move around, and things like that, they carry a lot more speed than what something with a preset would around this place. So it's going to be interesting. Definitely a little bit different challenge for these guys. Obviously, if you're going to run custom setups, the plate tracks are a little bit easier to do it. The handling isn't as much of an issue. It's more so just the speed that you bring and that type of thing. We'll have to see how this goes, but I think the biggest thing, which again, from what the little bit of time I've been in the lobby, it seems to be pretty competitive racing, but we've already seen a few incidents, so we'll have to see if these guys can get that cleaned up. Again, the custom setups, the different handling might be hurting some of the guys.
Okay.
Alex?
Well, we got news that they have problems on these double file restarts here, that they will go single file restarts here. Should be interesting if that happens. But right now, pit road's going to be open here. It's all the cars. It looks like a lot of them might be coming down this time. A lot of them might not. It's going to be very interesting here to see who comes down and who doesn't. 41. As he's sitting there in third. 18's in front of the 24. As here we go. Pit road is open. Cars are coming down. The whole field's coming down with the leader.
And we didn't run a ton of laps here, so one thing that I would be wondering, and I don't know, I assume the wear and that thing's the same. I don't think they adjusted it or anything like that. So, do you try to, if you're further back, do you maybe try to take no tires or 2 tires or something, and don't put a ton of fuel in it and try to get some track position here, Alex?
You can try 2 tires. 2 tires is really the preferred thing. Is there you go. 8 car gonna beat the leader out on 2 tires. There's the call from 8. 2 tires really are not that much of a factor, especially in custom setup racing here. It doesn't affect the handling, as far as I know. I've never felt it affect the handling, but it's just there to freshen up the tires. So your tire, you won't blow a tire.
The only
fuel,
no.
Fuel it can matter. The lighter your car is, the faster you can go through that draft with, especially with the draft. So right now, that 2 tire stop by the 8 is looking pretty good right now, Harley.
So as these guys, by the way, no choose cone tonight. That's the other thing. That's again, realistically, NASCAR does not run the choose cone rule at super speedways. So you go back to the, I guess, what most would call the original double file restart procedures, which is leader gets to choose lane, and that's about it. Everybody else lines up, even rod numbers. So once these guys line up, it'll be fun to see how this goes. The one thing I will say, Alex, going back to the tire wear again, I don't know how much. I know a couple of guys in here, like Horatio and Burroughs, and their custom setup experience. Other than that, I don't exactly know as we head back to green here in a second, but I know their experience, but I don't know the rest of these guys. What I can tell you is the one thing that could really mess with your tire wear would be obviously camber, how aggressive you are on that, and as well as springs and shocks and that type of thing. So we'll have to see if anybody has issues with that. I would expect not, though, like you said.
Well, here we go. So we're lining up for the restart right here. You got the 18 on the outside. You got the 8 on the inside as we're coming to the restart box. Here we go. Coming to green flag. Back in the air here in Daytona. Oh, a little contact there on the restart between 24 and 8. 18 gets a good restart on the outside. Here we go, down through this kind of front straightaway, I guess you can call it. Here, going into turns 1 and 2. Will they have the weeble wobbles? That is the question. Here in 1. So far, everybody's kind of single filed out. You kind of got that double file right there. It's here we go. Down the back straightaway they go. 24 is going to make the move to the outside. Here comes the 8 with a big run. Who is he going to help? He's going to help the 24 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. 18's got the advantage on the inside, but has no help right now. 41 trying to get there. 24 up top. Trying to get that push from the 8. 41 on the bottom, getting a push to the 18. 48 kind of scraping the wall. 48's in the wall and through the tri-oval. Who's going to lead the lap? The 24 of Highside Hobie. He's going to lead that lap. All right.
Indeed, and again, you see, the one thing I'm seeing a lot of times at these plate races, and actually we did see it a little bit this earlier in the season at Talladega, but of course, you have to keep an eye on how quickly these guys get single filed out if they decide to. Daytona's the one place where if you're gonna see it, you'll probably see it more here because the track's quite a bit thinner. There's not as much racing room, and to be honest, it's a little bit harder to I guess run double file here, and especially 3 wide. Especially because this place is a lot more of a handling racetrack. You got a couple of spots on the track, particularly going into turn 3 where the patch is. On the racetrack, that really upsets the car, so that kind of hurts some people as well. It's also, we got 16 laps to go in the stage, so we got a ways to go, but still quite a bit of pack racing here. And again, I expect these guys to put on an amazing race. We've already seen one so far. We're early though, but these guys always put on a great show, and I expect to see the same thing here throughout the night. And this is the regular season finale, so a lot is on the line as well.
Yes, right now, that outside trying to fight with the 41 and the 6 on the outside, getting help from the 48 as well. 88's trying to go up there as well, but that inside, the inside's just so good here at Daytona, Harvick, and, the inside's where you want to be, right on that yellow line, but tell me how, it's the 5's mowing grass!
Well,
the 5
that's,
is using that lawnmower.
No bueno.
Oh, and the 5 is DNF'd. F5 is just DNF after winning Lawnmower of the Year right there, going through the grass. Yeah, it's right now. Yeah, that just happened. I guess you can say that just happened. But the 24 up front.
I guess we're familiar with 5 cars doing lawn care service. That's the one trend I'm getting. Apparently, if you drive the 5 car, you go through the grass. That's the one connection I'm getting out of this number.
Well, yeah, to be honest, Drew won the Mow the Grass Award at Talladega, not too far along from in RHRL, so, I wouldn't be surprised. 5 car apparently loves mowing grass.
So, Alex,
hire him to lawn
I have to ask then, you drive the 5 in RHRL, when are you going to mow the grass?
Oh, I've done it multiple times. You just haven't caught me yet.
I had to ask.
Gavin doesn't have the camera on me to do that, okay?
Oh, another DNF.
Oh, we're hearing another DNF. We're hearing another DNF. The 9 of Salt Packet Papa sat 3 times fast. He is he's out of the race with a DNF on a lag out. So 9 car out of the race. Let's see. We're gonna go with the 24 here. We're gonna use the kind of the reverse chase cam here, and go through the front and see how the line is. Currently, it's kind of single file, right now. Bottom lane's preferred. Outside's trying to get going right now. As I was trying to ask before the 5 went lawn mowing. The outside. It's not the preferred line, but it can work. So tell us, Harvick, how that outside can develop and form and work here at Daytona.
Well, and again, you'll hear me compare this race to Talladega because, again, that's the most similar type of racing that you can get to Daytona. But it's a lot harder at Daytona, first of all, to get that outside to work because, again, the handling is a little bit more of a challenge here than it is Talladega. Talladega, it's not really an issue. The other thing is, though, and I would assume we're on normal draft here, so obviously that's not going to factor in as much as maybe a high draft situation would, but I'll put it this way. You're going to need a lot of friends to go with you. The key is having friends and having people with speed in their car that are willing to go up there and make that work. You're going to have to get people with you to push properly, and to be able to hold the momentum and hold their cars. You don't want somebody going up there with a poor handling race car, or that maybe is bogging down a little bit trying to make that outside work, because the key about that outside line is trying to carry momentum, be smooth, and get runs. You can't make as many runs and that type of thing if you have guys that are maybe costing you momentum, or just costing you runs, or what have you, or are struggling with handling and are getting very sketchy and maybe into the wall. So it's the small things, but you got to have the momentum, and you got to have friends to go up there with you, and it's quite a few. I must say, for as big as the field is, you're probably going to need 3 or 4 cars, I would say, to go up there and actually make a full run work. Now, to go up there and maybe, on your own, and maybe make a pass or two if you side draft well enough and you had, enough momentum, you may be able to make that work. But you're not going to stay up there long without getting shuffled back unless you have friends to go with you.
Yeah, and that is a big factor. Friends, as here comes the 8. He's making a move to the outside for the lead. Can he get help? Let's see. 48 trying to get a run to the 24. Oh no, the 8's gonna tuck back in line, but here comes the 11 and 2 trying to make the outside work here. Let's see what the 11 and 2 car can do off of turn number 4. Down through the tri-oval they go. 8 car trying to go to the outside. Here comes the 48 on the inside to help the 24. Here's the 8. Can he pass him? Right now, 24's got the advantage right now. He really does have that advantage right now over the 8, and now that inside's going to take over here, Kevin.
And then again, the inside is going to be the preferred line all day. You've seen that. You are going to see most everybody work on that inside lane today. Obviously, unless somebody, and I will say, if you are the leader and you can manage to do this, it's actually a very good tactic. I saw Mr. Trackbar do this, and Alex, you probably know what I'm about to talk about, in the Alohsrl Talladega races. He took the entire line when they were single file to the outside, and at that point, what ended up happening was guys were having trouble with their cars, like I had mentioned. This is a Talladega, so Daytona is even more relevant, the handling aspect. Guys would begin to trying to push it up there, and they would tag the wall a little bit. It would cost them momentum, and quite frankly, it was also harder to pull out of line and make passes because they were carrying so much momentum in the line up on the high side that even if you pulled out, if you didn't have people go with you, you would drop so quickly and you wouldn't be able to get your spot back in line. Everything moves so much faster up there, which is weird to talk about because, again, it's not the preferred groove, but if you're the leader and you can get everybody to go up there with you and train that outside line, it's, oh boy.
48's around. 48, let's go to him. He saved it. More impressive than Jimmy Johnson's IndyCar career. He saved it. He just saved that. I'm surprised right there. He got doored. 2 car got in the wall, and then the 11 had nowhere to go and hooked the 2. And then that just doored right into the 48. I'm happy the 48 saved it. What a save by the 48.
Absolutely, again.
That, like I said, that save was more impressive than Jimmy Johnson's IndyCar career so far.
Well, and I'm probably about to add on to you triggering the Jimmy Johnson fans, but no, yeah, that's not hard to do at the moment. But in all seriousness, no, one heck of a save by the 48. Again, you're on custom setups. You're a lot more on the edge of control usually. You're trying to trim the car out, especially at these plate races. You want all the speed and as much pull as you can get out of that car, and a lot of times you have to compromise a little bit of handling to get that. So when you get sideways, especially if you're, again, I don't know the experience level of custom set or for custom setups for a lot of these guys. I only know a couple, but it's a lot harder to save these things because they're so much more on edge. They're a lot less forgiving. So he did an amazing job saving that, especially being at well over 200 miles an hour when that happened.
Well, we are hearing 5 laps to go in stage number 1.
Pit stops.
They got pit stops are coming soon. We were hearing over the radio. 24 was asking, when do you guys want to come down this time or next time. And they're coming down, next one. And I think they're coming down next time, not this time, next time. So let's see what happens here as they're all going through 3 and 4 through the trial where they're going to go. This is going to be interesting, you know. Pit stops, they're tricky here, Harvick, because, you know, you can easily speed here in the pit road here at Daytona.
Absolutely. Look, pitting at the races like this is one of them. It looks like a fairly easy pit road to get on, and if you're running by yourself or you're not in a huge pack of cars, it is. It's a pretty easy pit road to get on because you're not, you know, trying to do anything too crazy, you know, to get down there. It's not like a Dover or a Darlington where you have to go way off the track and then, or in the case of Dover, in a short amount of time get off the track, and it's a hard to handle racetrack or race car. It's here at Daytona, though. The difference is you're in a pack of cars. You're trying to pit out of that pack. And you're going well over 200 miles an hour, or at least around 200 coming off the corner. And you can see you got to get down to 55 mile an hour as these guys do right here out of that pack. And a lot of times you'll have guys coming with you. That makes things so terrifying, to be honest, because everything is out of your control and you have guys braking at different points trying to be aggressive. That's how you get run over. It's how you can crash that way. There's so many different things that are out of your control that can affect you. And then too, the one thing, and I will say this is something that I've seen leagues do it. Not every league does this. I'll be honest. I think this is one of the first ones that I have seen do it in quite some time, if at all, is coming out of the pits. And this is where a lot of time can be made or lost here. Is most leagues allow you to merge up. Oh, actually, wait. Are they allowed to do it here? Never mind. That's not what
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, I thought the rule was going to be you had to run all the way around to the back. Never mind.
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out who's the leader right now. 88 car is the leader. That is just my fifth. Currently the leader. I don't know if he's pitted. I think he may have pitted or he stayed out. Right now, I'm not sure right now. But he's currently the leader. Oh, he is very slow.
Out of fuel?
18 and 22
Potentially.
just blow by. Yeah, he's going slow. So I guess he tried to save, but it's just not going to work. He's going to have to come down.
Well, the one thing I am curious about, again, I mentioned, and I don't know exactly.
Oh, he's not out. He's saving.
Ah.
He's going slow to save.
Maybe the fuel gear I was talking about. So I mentioned this, and if you watch the Alohsrl streams, you hear me talk about this probably way more than you like, but it's because it's very relevant to the race and everything that's going on. I don't know how many of these guys know about it. I don't know how perfected these guys are at doing this, but again, with custom setups, there's a little bit of, and I'll be honest, it shouldn't be there. It should not be possible, but that's a rant for another time. You can essentially put the gearings to where you kind of mess with the gear ratios and the gearings themselves to determine, depending on RPMs and stuff. You can basically throw your car into a gear, another gear, not your your race gear. There's race gear and your fuel gear. Fuel gear, you run a slightly lower amount of RPMs, but you still hold a pretty reasonable speed. It's what you would call, I guess, a conservative race pace. You can hang with everyone. The race gear, you're going. I mean, you're going as fast as you possibly can. So I don't know how perfected these guys are with that, but it does play a part.
Well, stage just ended. The 88 just won stage number 1 here at Daytona. Fuel mileage for the 88. That is impressive. Saving fuel. In a fuel gear. I know a lot about fuel gears, especially my Alohsrl Kansas weekend went pretty well than I expected because of my fuel gear. So, but fuel gears, they can help you. They can also not help you. There's another reason why I can explain that. So, okay. So we're hearing that who's that? B13 or Hunter Bliss? Okay, that's B13. Okay, so we're hearing B13 has a 12
12.
point lead heading into stage number 2 here for the regular season championship, as the points battle for this regular season championship has been coming down to the wire here. Like we said, the top 5 was within 5 points, or not top 5, top 3 was within 5 points because the 6th car missed last week. But here we go. Green flag is the 51 does not go. That is Horatio. 22 laps. 51 didn't go. There's a car parked back there. That would be the 2 camo parrot. So issues for the 2 and issues for the 51 is we're 3 wide. Oh boy. 3 wide at Daytona. Oh, 22 is below the yellow. He got loose. He saved
Huge
it.
save.
Wow, what a save. But 3 wide at Daytona usually doesn't end well. Here we go. Through 3 and 4. 41 looking to the outside. 41 has no help. Now he's got help with the 48. Here we go. Out of turn number 4. Who's going to lead the first lap of stage number 2? 88 up front, and he's going to lead the first lap of stage number 2.
Absolutely. Again, and I don't know if, again, I don't know what the fuel situation for this stage will end up being. The one thing I guess I would have to ask, of course, the 51 there, I know he is somebody that understands custom setups extremely well. He's done a lot with them, and including the fuel gear stuff. I would have to maybe wonder if he sort of potentially did that on purpose to maybe go save fuel. I don't know. Or if maybe he just, missed a gear. The other thing, too, with the custom setups is sometimes you might mix the gear up just a little bit and accidentally maybe put the car in the wrong gear, what have you. So there's a few things, but I do have to wonder if maybe he was trying to go fuel conservation mode just a little bit early, because I have a feeling it may come back into play here.
Okay. We're hearing 20 laps in stage number 2 here. They will have to make a pit stop though within, I think, 10 to go. So it's going to be pretty interesting here to see who's going to pull that fuel mileage once again in this stage. 6 trying to go on the outside, but no help right now for that 6. 6 is going to drop to the rear. We got some contenders up here. Some people that you don't normally see up at the front. You can see the 11. He just got shuffled out.
Oh, trouble in the back.
Up for all the 11 as soon as I talk about him.
24 in trouble.
Talk about the 11. 24 just got pitted. So we're hearing caution. I think it's mainly. Oh wait, we gotta wait until lap 5. Okay. So we're hearing, yeah, they're gonna. So we're hearing that they're going to come around and race back to the line here. We're hearing, I guess, the caution on the 88's going to win the race, but I'm hearing that the caution, I think, was mostly for the pit by the 6, because technically when we throw cautions for manual, it's usually 2 cars in the same incident. Technically, this was different instances. So, we're hearing, I think it's more for the 24 getting pitted instead of 11 spinning, Harvick.
Indeed, and the one thing, and again, I don't know the exact rule on this. I will say the 24 is getting his lap back. I don't know. Well, I guess, okay, so he technically didn't get lapped till after the line. I was going to say, I don't know if he's allowed to do that because of where he was involved technically in the caution, but if he was after the line, which is where scoring stops, then technically he would be fine. So, I don't know. That's just me hypothetically thinking.
Alright, he gets his lap back. We're on board with him. Perro's going to be open here, I think.
Now, actually,
maybe.
I just thought of this too, Alex. This is going to, because technically, if he's only getting his lap back because he wasn't technically lapped down at the line, he's technically not taking a free pass here. He's just making up lost track position. This would really benefit him because, if he took everything there, which would have been wise of him to do, he can stay out and probably take the lead here.
Yeah, he can probably do that. The only issue... Oh, that's against the rules. Yeah, that's against the rules, so he has to go down pit road here. So, yeah. This is going to be interesting now. Okay, hold on. We're trying to get the information. Okay, so we just got the information now. We're gonna go down pit road. Cars coming out. We got some 2 tires, some 4 tires here. Your race winner off pit road is Jet Dryer. Jet Dryer in the 48, the only Jet Dryer that one Pablo Montoya can legally hit. He is up front and in the lead now. He also got the 41 of Man Like Milk behind him. And then I think the 88 and the 38, who were originally the leaders, have kind of lost about 4 or 5 spots here off pit road, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. Rough pit stop. And I forgot how to English for a moment. But no, I'm wondering if, again, maybe differences in tire strategies. Maybe they decided to take 4. Or maybe they took 2 and everybody else took none. Whatever it may be, my guess would have to be they either sped, which I find unlikely for that many people, or again, they took a different tire strategy. We'll have to see how this works out for them. This is going to be a fun restart, though.
Okay, well, we're hearing they're going green this time. So the lineup is currently the 48 on the inside, 41 in second place on the outside. Then it's the 51, 20, 88, 38, 14, 8, 6, and 22, your top 10. Right now, we got a lot of cars trying to catch up to the pack. I think the last one, which is the 24, is right there. He's caught up now. Restart. 48 on the inside, 41 on the outside. Here we go to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona.
Wow, trouble for the outside a little bit there. It seemed like they maybe didn't quite get going. They're rolling now, though.
Yeah, 41 tucks in right there behind the 48s. They head into turn number 1. Weeble wobbles could be a play here in turns 1 and 2. Down through 1. Oh, 51 goes way wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway right here. 48 leading the inside line. Nobody's really on the outside to contend. 20's looking to the outside. Does he have help? No. 6 is trying to get there, but not enough. 3 other cars on the outside, but they're a little bit back. Here we go through 3 and 4. 48 out front, 41 in second, 38 in third. Jay Royster in that 38 having a good run here as they go through the tri-oval. 48 out front, Kevin.
And I gotta wonder something about the 51. I think that because the 51 joined rather late in the season, I don't think he's in playoff contention. So I'm wondering if for Horatio he's maybe dropping back like this on purpose to maybe kind of stay out of the guys' way that are racing for the playoff spot, and maybe I feel like stage 3 we'll see more of that 51 car up towards the front. That would, that's kind of my thinking. I guess you could call it the Ryan Newman strategy. Hang out at the back of the race until late in the going and then make your way back forward. I feel like knowing Horatio, that's maybe the type of race he's trying to play here, which isn't a bad decision. Don't get in anybody's way. Don't mess with points or anything too much. Just run your own race until late in the going, and then when it matters, show up for the win.
Yeah, it's right now the 41 just fell back. 6 is trying to get the outside to work. He's going to tuck back in third place there on the inside. Let's go to your leader. Oh, it's the 18. Oh, 18's around.
Oh, boy.
1 car incident, though, in the back. 20, him and the 22 made contact right there. I don't know who started the contact. Well, 22's also around as well, so we're getting caution at the line. So we're hearing... So...
Oh! A little bit of bumping at the line.
There's your caution cars. The race at the line, 48's going to win the race back. Caution is out. Once again, Cautions are flying like crazy right now. Right now that 48 is up front in the lead here in stage number 2.
Well, this is interesting. Now the question is, again, we only ran, I think, 2 or 3 laps there. So again, you have to wonder, pit road, will be open here. What do these guys do? Do you stay out on the racetrack to try to get some track position? Do you come in? Do you take tires? There's so many options here, and with the stage winding down, points being again a big object in this race, particularly. What do you do here?
So we're going down pit road this time. So that's what it seems like right here. Coming down pit road. Should be interesting here. See if 2 tires. A lot of cars just pitted, so I wouldn't be surprised if the 2 tire move came into play right here. You know, but if the 2 tire move didn't come into play, I think it would be kind of shocking.
And indeed, many cars stay on the racetrack.
Here we go. 48 coming out. He's going to win the race off pit road. Yeah, 48. 48's going to win the race off pit road. There could have been a car that stayed out. Yeah, the 6 of B13. As well as the 41. We got 5 more cars. 88, 24. And it looks like another car stayed out. The 11 RTSB Killer. So we got 3 cars who stayed out here. For very interesting strategy moves from the top 5 here, Kevin.
Absolutely. Again, look, not too many laps on their tires. Again, this 6 as well. For the 6, this is important. Keep in mind, coming into this stage, he came in with a 12-point buffer for the points lead. That's something you obviously want to take with you going into the playoffs. I don't know if these guys are given bonus points for regular season points position going into the playoffs when everything resets or not. But either way, even if they don't, that's still a bragging right you'd like to have, right, Alex? So the 6, maybe thinking about those points as well, and again, points being rewarded to the top 10 at the end of the stage, giving yourself the lead, that might help your situation just a little bit.
Yeah, it will. You definitely want to have a points help here going into these races, but here we go through the final corners here, about to come to the restart zone, and a lot of feet. I don't know how many feet, but a lot of feet. So
say a couple hundred yards.
Couple hundred yards, 1,000 feet. I don't know. Well, I don't pay attention to measurements here at Daytona. Okay. All I know, it's 2.5 miles. It's here we go. Green flag, back in the air here at Daytona. Inside with a good jump there. Leader with a great launch there off the box. So here we go through the straightaway into turn number 1. Got the 6 on the bottom with the 88 on the bottom. You also got the 11 on the bottom. Oh, the 11 kind of got into the 8 right there. That's the let you don't want to see. Down through the back straightaway they go. It's going to definitely need a move on the outside if they want that outside. No car on, except for the 41 who just tucked in line, was on the outside. See if anybody can make a move. 11 got forced up right there. 48 to the inside. 11 car is going to get trained out at turn number 4. 22 in the wall. 6 on the bottom with the 88 and 24. 48 is going to go to the inside of the 24. 24 in the wall. He put himself in the wall. I don't know how you put yourself in the wall at Daytona, but he just done it.
No mercy. Wow, Alex. But no, look, I mean, it's possible you push it a little bit too hard, so maybe draft affected your car the wrong way. There's a lot of things. I'm not gonna, say anything about that. Again, too, there's some little patches and glitches around this racetrack that kind of upset the car. Possibly he maybe hit one of the several one of those around the track. But either way, these guys up front are calmed down. The 6 just enjoying the ride right now out in the lead. But I got a feeling with, I think we're at 8 or 9 to go right there. These guys are not done racing just yet. I would again call this the calm before the storm. I always say that in these races, but it is. You see these guys; they'll get single file about this point in the stage, and I always walk through, sort of a plan, something that these guys try to play out in their head is, well, maybe not. Here they come. They're peeking. Yep.
Right now we got some cars on the outside trying to make it work. On the outside, 6 is going to go to the outside. Block the 88 on the outside right here. Now they're kind of right in the middle. Now they're going to drop low. Here comes the 48. Big push from him in the 14 here.
Oh!
He's going to go to the rear bumper of the 88. Down through 1 and 2. 6 is looking pretty good out front right now. Staying out, like I said, tires are not what really matters. It's really about the fuel, unless your tires are on 25, then yeah, they do matter. But right now, 6 car going to the inside, kind of left the 88 and 48 hanging. They don't have help. Their help just got put in the wall right there. As now the 6 on the bottom, 14 on the bottom, and 48 and 88 are falling back, Kevin.
Indeed, and that's one of the things you have to deal with in these races. And again, look, this thing's not over. We're hitting 7 to go right here at the line. They have quite a bit of time yet to go back up here, try to run these guys back down. But they're gonna have to be smart about it, be very methodical, and to be honest, when you're dropping back like that, this late in the stage, if you want to try to get back up there and try to get the stage win, you're gonna have to do it quickly, especially with guys maybe not necessarily moving around quite as much. But again, I think with about 4 laps to go, you'll see the amount of moves being made up to the high side and back and forth around this track. Probably going to pick up speed quite a bit. It's kind of where the aggression level and the intensity really begins to pick up even at the end of these stages. So like I said, we saw a little bit of it there. I think you'll see a lot larger sample of that here in a few laps, Alex.
We're hearing 6 to go as they're going through 1 and 2 right now. 6 to go to see who's going to take the stage number 2 win, and if the 6 can extend his playoff lead, or not his playoff lead, but his points lead, to be first in points and win the regular season title. As they go down the back straightaway right here, 48 trying to make a run on the outside. Here comes the 48 with the 8. 8 trying to give a good push to the 48. Oh, contact!
Sketchy.
24 and 48. 8 car's going to tuck right back in the inside. Here we go. 6 car on the outside, trying to work both lanes. 5 to go in stage number 2.
Tell you what, the one thing I'm seeing some of these guys do, and this is not something that I would ever recommend doing, especially in custom setup racing, and really in plate racing in general, is they're pushing people through the corners. That is a very good way to cause a crash because the car is most unstable in those corners. It's very sensitive. If you hit the car wrong, you're either going to send it up the track or you might send somebody down, depending on what lane you're in, into somebody else or onto the apron. So, again, too, you add in the fact that on custom setups, the cars are kind of trimmed out. They're not exactly as easy to handle as maybe some of the presets would be, or you would be at your average racetrack in the league. So, I tell you what, if you're somebody here, I would not be trying to push somebody in the corner unless you absolutely know what you're doing and the person in front of you is okay with it.
Yes, we had some issues right there. Some contact between another car and the 51. Just kind of messed up the 51. 51 has lost the draft. Oh, 24! Oh, what a save. But that's going to make... Oh, crash! 11
Big crash.
24 was trying to get out of the way and just nowhere to go for the rest of the cars. But the 6 is a sitting duck here. This is not good. He's all by himself with 4 cars in line tandem. Here we go. This isn't going to be good for the 6. 6 trying not to give him draft. Here we go. Through the tri-oval. Who's going to make the move? No, they're not even going to make a move. They're just going to go to the rear bumper here, Kevin.
We still got time left. I believe this is either 2 or 1 to go. I couldn't... Either way... okay, so we're coming around to 2 to go here. When we hit this, yeah, I'm going to tell you what these guys are going to do. They're going to get up here with the 6. They're going to kind of work on what the plan is, and then they're going to figure out who is going to go with them, and they're going to pull out. They're going to make the run on the 6. Now, what the 6 has to be mindful of is Right now, if you're the 6 car, you are mirror driving. You're not looking out the front of your car. You're mirror driving. As these guys go to the high side.
2 to go. 48 trying to make a move. 8 cars going to go with him. 14 coming out pit road. 2 car right trying to follow with him, but it's not going to work. 41 in second place now. That is Man Like Milk with 2 laps to go in stage number 2. Who's going to take home the stage 2 victory? 6 car, your current points leader, up by 12 points. This would extend the gap even more. The funniest thing is the only person that's in that battle is with the 8. 24 is out of this pack with the bottom working. 48 trying to... Oh, 41! Doors of 48!
Oh boy, that's going to break the momentum.
48's going to go around. White flag in stage
That's good news for the 6.
2. That's good, but now he's a sitting duck if the 41 gets a push from the 2. Right now that 6 is a sitting duck.
Yeah, but the good thing for him is there's a lot less cars to deal with now, so it's going to be a lot easier to make a decision. Well, we'll see.
Oh, 41 looking. 41 to the inside. Oh, but the 6 got help from the 2. And now the 6 is back out front. Through 3 and 4.
The classic
Stage
turn
2
4.
Winner. Yep, stage 2 winner here at Daytona. B13, he's going to extend the points lead in this regular season battle and win stage number 2 here at Daytona.
Now, I do believe, and I could be wrong, so if I am, correct me, I do believe I did hear that the 41 during the 3rd stage will have to make a pass-through for the contact there with the 48. So, I guess he's going to get his points there, but he's going to pay for that early in this 3rd stage. Obviously, a long way to go, so he'll have time to recover, but at Daytona especially, a pass-through is something you don't want to have to do. You're going to be well out of the draft, and if the pack stays formed up well enough and we get a long run, he runs a huge risk of getting lapped.
Yeah, it's the stage 2 winner there, the 6 of B13. That is going to open the points gap a big margin now for that regular season title.
In fact, where did the 8 finish?
8 car finished in 3rd, but he was only 12 points ahead. That's going to open up, I think, about maybe 15 or more. We're not sure who was in 2nd right there, so it's probably 15 or more here, Kevin.
I would say if the 8 finished 3rd, 4 maybe? Or sorry,
3rd or 4th,
14.
then it's 15 or 16 more.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're hearing the 24 is 16 points behind now as green flag is out here in the final stage. Who's going to make the playoffs? Who's not? Who's going to set the field? Who's going to win this race? 6 car up front. Coming out of turn number 2. 6 car on the bottom. 24 also on the bottom. 2 car going on the outside. 6 working the draft on the outside. Trying to get people on the outside to stay side by side. We're 3 wide, oddly. Heading into turns 3 and 4. 24 on the bottom. 6 is going to come down the block. Here we go. 24 going high. Will he have help? Here comes the 51 to the rear bumper of the 6.
I thought we might see him again.
Through the trial. Oh, 22 doing the Macarena on the bottom of the racetrack. As the 6 car is out front, Kevin.
Indeed, and this seemed to be a familiar spot. Now, the one thing I do want to point out, by the way, and I don't know if he took it that time by or not, I couldn't tell because I was watching up towards the front. The 41 was told to take his pass-through. I mentioned that under the Stage 2 caution within the first 3 laps of the stage. We're already 1 in. If the smart thing to do would have been take it as soon as you come back around, everybody's still getting up to speed. That way, if a caution comes out, you're in a little bit better situation. I don't know if he did that or not. Like I said, he has the first 3 laps, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Hey, right now these guys have the 6 out front, and now they've settled down, and the 6 again just rides smoothly and comfortably in this lead. But we have a long way to go, about 26 laps to go, coming around to 25 in this one. A long way to go in the regular season finale. He's got a comfortable lead now over second place in points to try to capture this regular season championship. 16 points. It's not locked up just yet. Again, I want to factor in as well that there's a 5-point difference between first and second. So if the 24 were to happen to come up here and win this race and the 6 got caught up in something, it's definitely, still possible to lose it. But he's got to be feeling pretty comfortable with a 16-point lead in this final stage, Alex.
Yeah, if I'm calculating this correctly, if there is a 5-point difference between first and second, which there is, if I'm thinking real quick, 16 points. If he just finishes second to the 24, that would be about 11. And then after that, he would have to at least finish 11 spots behind second, which would be 13th, which is the max, which is the cars that are left in the race. That would just tie. And then I don't know where the tie.
Oh, is that the 41 in front of these guys, by the way?
Yeah, 41 right now. Sitting Duck once again. I don't know where Sitting Duck comes from. I guess it's a hunting reference. You know, you don't want a duck sitting on a pond, armed and defenseless. I guess that's what they call it, Sitting Duck. But you know what? He's more endangered. Like he's like about to become
extinct.
Megalodon endangered. Yeah, he's about to become Megalodon extinct right here. As look at these cars, they're gonna easily blow past them right here. Here we go through 3 and 4 through this pack. Right now, there's about to be one large pack. As right there's another pack behind them that's kind of caught up to here. It's another 5 to 6 car pack. 41's gonna try and jump in between. Cannot. He's gonna stay on the outside.
Probably a wise decision.
Get trained and fall to the rear.
Yeah, let me clarify why that was a wise decision. I just heard the 24 report on what speed he just hit, and he was pushing over 220. The 41 was probably only going 195, I'd say, maybe 200 by himself. You don't want to get in the middle of those two packs because I promise you, I don't care if you got draft or not, you're running slower, you're going to get run over and cause a problem. So smart moving by the 41. He's also already been in trouble a little bit. He's got 2 strikes on him throughout the race, so he's got to be careful about what he does and just kind of be smart and cautious throughout this final stage. He's already had to serve the pass through. That's what cost him the lap here. He's just got to find a way to maybe stay up in this pack now, get fouled in. Maybe work his way back up to the front, maybe unlap himself the old-fashioned way and get up in front of the 6 and just stay there. Well, what he really needs right now is a caution to come out because I do believe he is the only car lap down, so that would obviously put him in the free pass position.
Yeah, let's give a couple shout-outs to some cars out there, like the 51 of Horatio, who's going for the lead, trying to get on that inside, but cannot right there. Him and Ralph currently got that car set up like a rocket right now. He's got that car set up. Ralph probably helped him out with it, and he's currently in P2, Kevin.
Yeah, like I said, I said, about Horatio in Stage 2, we had seen him kind of, the one restart, he looked like he had a problem. I thought he might have been, trying to fuel save or something. Then another restart a little bit later in the stage, he restarted third, and then coming off turn 2 kind of dropped back. And I thought that was on purpose. I didn't think he was showing everything he had in that 51 car. And why do I say that? Well, first of all, you see where he is now, and I'll get to that in a minute. But also I can tell you that in other custom setup leagues that I've called, he has been very, very fast at this track. I would suspect he's got a similar setup, to what he's running some of those races, but he's done very well at these places and often has a lot of speed. And it seemed like to me he wasn't showcasing all of that speed in the first 2 stages. Like I said earlier, he wasn't really a factor for the playoffs. Don't think he wanted to be, the guy to get up in the middle of that when he wasn't really a factor. Didn't really have much to race for in the first couple of stages. So he just kind of pulled the Ryan Newman strategy, hung back, minded his own business. And like I said earlier, my prediction seems to be right. Stage 3, he was going to have something to say, and here he is now running inside the top 3 and looking like he has a very fast Chevrolet. So keep an eye on that 51 car. I think he might have something to say about winning this race before the night's over.
Yeah, as he just took the lead from the 6 using that outside line. So the 51, your new leader here, as he's kind of trying to pull a track bar, we call it, try and run that outside line, trying to get everybody to follow up there. But right now, I guess he's going to stay to the bottom right now as the 6 is going to get a big run here on the 8. 51's actually running the middle lane. Now he's going to go low to block the 6's run right here. 6 is going to look to the outside, but here comes the 11 RTS.
Oh, door slamming.
He's going to come through. Shout out to RTSB Killer in the 11, and a guy that we usually don't see up front in the lead or in the top 5 that often. But right now, he's currently in P2, and he's running pretty well. Same with the 38 of Royster right there. He's going to be in 3rd place because the 11 just got shuffled. So, you know, a lot of guys up here that normally don't run in the top 5, don't normally run at the front. They're currently up front, and they're looking to battle for this lead.
Indeed, and again, you look, these guys are side by side. This is fun. And again, just want to point out, these guys do have to pit again. Maybe twice. I'm not 100% sure. They're going to have to pit twice, or they're going to have to pit once, and then maybe save some fuel somewhere in this. But I'm thinking it's a 2-stopper from here. So just keep that in the back of your mind as well. They're going to have to deal with, I would suspect, we've had a very long green flag run here. These guys probably aren't too far away from having to make that first stop, and if they're racing like this, if they have to pit soon, that's going to be very fun to watch, and could very well see some trouble headed into the pits.
So I'm assuming, let's see, I'm assuming we just hit 17 to go. How many do you have on fuel, Colin?
Oh,
so yeah,
never
it should
mind.
be a 1-stopper. Oh, crash! 11, 38.
Now it might be fuel and who? Oh, huge hit.
11 around, 38 was in the wall. Caution out, and that's gonna change everything. Here we go, the race back to the line. Who's gonna win it? 88 of Jess, 51 of Horatio. To the line, Horatio Kane is gonna win the race. Back to the line. And now pit stops are open, and boys, this just got interesting.
Now, I don't believe, okay, I was thinking of a different series. I believe they actually, for 3 times wear, get, I think, like 16 or so on fuel. So, I'd forgotten about that. I was thinking of, like, trucks where they only get, like, 13 or 12. So, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, I don't think fuel will be an issue. I think it'll be a little bit borderline. But obviously, pit road going to be open. Everybody going to come in here. Now, the question I think that we would have to ask is, how bad are tires? I think at this point in the race, with this many to go, we had one of the longest green flag runs we've had this entire race there. We ran, I think, about 11 or 12 laps under green there. So, pretty long run. I would think you come in here, I would put 4 tires on now, and then maybe not have to take tires for the rest of the night, even if we do get more cautions. That would just be me. We'll have to see what these guys do, but again, a few new faces up towards the front. I talked about the 51 already. We both did. I said earlier, I think he'd have a factor in this race before it was all said and done. Indeed, he has shown up, and he has really shown up late here in the going. I think we might see some other guys do that as well. Maybe the calm before the storm again. We're at Daytona. By the way, I should also point out the 41 was very happy to see that. He should get the free pass. He will be back on the lead lap and back in contention.
Okay, so we're hearing they won't have to pit anymore, which is good. But to be honest, Dollar Tree or Larry McReynolds, what would you rather take in this scenario?
I'm putting on 4 tires now. I don't think we're done with cautions. If it's me, I'm going to go ahead and put on 4 tires now. That way I don't have to worry about them the rest of the race. If we go green all the way from here, I don't have anything to worry about. I have as much speed as I can get in my car. If we do get more cautions, I have the option to maybe stay out or just put on 2 tires, what have you. It gives me a lot more options, whereas later in the going, if I'm on old tires, I'm not going to restart as well if I stay out on already fairly old tires. I mean, you stay on the same set of tires this entire race, you're going to be putting about 28 laps on a set of tires. They will make it that far, but you will lose pace. the handling factor isn't as much of a big deal here, and to be honest, speed isn't a huge deal, but the tires do matter a little bit. They do gain you or lose you some time depending on how worn they are. So, and they especially help your restarts if you have fresh tires. So, keep that in mind. I don't. I don't know how many more cautions we have. I don't think we're done with them though. This kind of gives everybody a hard reset on the stage. You have guys like the 41 that have just been put back into contention now. He will be coming back through the field, I would think, pretty quick. I think we're about to see a lot of action here, Alex. I think we're going to be going green with about 14 to go. So it's going to be fun. A little bit of a dash here. We'll have to see how excited these guys get and whether or not we get any more incidents. This is going to be fun.
Well, one thing I'm surprised about tonight, we haven't seen somebody flip yet, so that's
well,
like the one surprising thing.
I think you might see it here, especially considering you just said that. Somebody's going to have to do it now.
Also, no big ones tonight so far as well. So
I definitely think we're getting that one.
Yeah, we're definitely is. Here we go. Through the restart box. Green flag. Inside with a great jump. Outside struggling. Wow, the 2-car had a big struggle right there. 18's in the wall. 22's in the wall right there as well. 51 on the bottom. As here we go. They're line dancing right now. It's just one big line on the bottom. Oh, this is what I call line dancing, folks. They're only in one line moving side to side. So here we go. Down the back straightaway. 6th car trying to pull out of that line dance. He's trying to do the do-si-do here. As he's going to the outside. Down the back straightaway. Oh, I think a car just crashed back there. One car, though. I don't know if he got put in the wall. I think it was the 11. Also, 14 DNF. So, I don't think there's a possible way. We started out with 15 this race, I think. Was it 15? Did 15? 16. Okay, so it's still possible. 3 cars have lagged out. The only way the 24 can have a chance is if it ties. Okay? And right now, if he wins and the 6 finishes dead last in the field, he would basically tie the point standings in the regular season championship. Oh, it's the 2 and 88 are Doring. They're trying to be best friends. But the
Maybe
51 up front here at Daytona, Kevin.
Indeed, again, Horatio doing what the 6 has done for so much of this race. Just, they're pretty calm behind him. Again, I'd call this the calm before the storm. They're just going to kind of ride around for a little bit. No reason to do anything too crazy right now. Think about what your next move might be and then make it. But he's enjoying the ride that the 6 has enjoyed much of this race, which is out front, seeing just clean track in front of you and just a line of cars in your rearview mirror. That's a view that's nice to see at one of these races. But again, we have quite a bit of race left in this one, and a lot can happen, as we know, in these races like this. A whole pack of cars, a lot of guys trying to make moves, especially late in the going. The aggression level is going to rise before it falls, before the checkered flag falls. It's going to be fun, and caution has come out.
Oh, caution. So we're hearing caution for lag on the 8. So the caution is out. So that's going to be the up team's caution of the race.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably around 8.
So we're hearing the 8. Where the 8 lagged. He was doing the boot scoon boogie, we like to call it. He's getting down in the bound town, down there. But he's gotta get sent to the back. I think he was sent to the back right there, for his lag. Pit road's gonna be open as well here. So very interesting strategy can be played. Are you pitting or are you staying out here, Harder?
That is a tough decision. We still have quite a few laps left, but I think at this point in the race, if you're up front, you got to keep your track position unless you have damage or something. I think if you're Horatio, your tires aren't all that worn out, and to be honest, you're not going to lose a ton. I think at this point, I'd probably stay on the racetrack unless you happen to be able to catch if everybody behind you is going in. And this is, I think, where the game of trying to fake people out going into the pits or not could be very, very strategically wise what to see. Looks like they're headed in though.
Oh yeah, 51-18 is going to lead the rest of the field down pit road. I think 4 cars maybe stayed out. I didn't see the rest of the field. Yeah, 3 cars stayed out. It was the top 3 who stayed out as well. So the 51, the 48, and the third car in that line was the 48. So 88, 48, 51 all staying out right there.
I did, and again,
interesting move.
I think that's the best decision. I think at this point in the race, and look, a lot of guys got damage out of that crash too. I just want to remind everyone of that. Quite a few guys with the lag and everything. I heard quite a few cars got damaged. I know the 11 actually got turned around. So when you factor all that in, those guys obviously they were gonna have to come down and pit. But again, if you had track position, especially with we're probably gonna be restarting with somewhere around 7 or 8 laps to go in this thing. You don't want to get back in, I guess what we would call the hornet's nest, because it's a little bit chaotic back there, especially with this few laps to go. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to try to get their car up front. If you had that track position, I'd rather have the lead and lose it, by my own thing than get track position that cost me the race.
Oh, do you know how many to go we would have here?
Oh, it was close.
9 to go. Ooh, 9 lap shootout to decide if we don't get a caution. Remember, 5 to go is caution cutoff. So
only 4 laps.
It's going to be interesting. So if the wreck happens after 5 to go, it's going to be tough luck. As here we go. Out of turn number 4, through the tri-oval. 51 on the inside, 88 on the outside. Here we go. 9 lap shootout, green flag.
Outside with a bad jump.
Hey, bad jump from the outside. 88 forgets he has gears. Here we go, through the front straightaway. Into turn number 1. It's going to be side by side. Since the field's stacked up, I'm more worried because this bunches up the field more than ever. Here we go, out of turn number 2. Oh, they are weeble wobbling. They're eagle hoggling. They're teagle toggling as they're going down the back straightaway.
Outside, having a little bit of resurgence right here.
Yeah, 88 on the outside. Good run. Can he clear? Yes, he can. 88 to the front. Oh,
maybe
51
not.
Dorsey, 41.
Oh, crash.
Oh.
Nope,
Yep,
never mind.
41. Oh, 41 and 20.
Should be a caution, I would think.
So here we go. We're going to race back to the line. Caution is out. 88, 51, 48, 24. Who's going to win? Oh, the 41 is being parked, we are hearing. And I think that basically eliminates the chance of the 24 winning because of that. Oh, 22 walling. Oh, 22's around now as we're coming to the race to the line. 88's going to win the race to the line.
Oh, somebody just... Okay.
Oh, 88's trying to slow down here. His caution is out once again. I'm thinking it's around 7 to go here. Pit road's going to be open. I think we're going to go green with 5 to go.
Something like that, 4 or 5. I tell you what, this is setting up to be interesting. The outside, we have seen on these restarts, does not seem to go usually. Sometimes, on a few occasions, it has worked, but it hasn't been as a little bit of miscommunication there. I'll clear now, so one of those guys is going to go get their lap back. But we factor this in, Alex. We're going to be going green with 4 or 5 laps to go. At Daytona, that's not a lot of time. When we go back to green, we will not have cautions. That's going to be a thing. This is going to be a little bit interesting here. Do you piece out again. I think at this point in the race, if you're up front, you got to keep your track position. You don't want to get back in the middle of the hornet's nest. Obviously, if you have damage or you're at the back of the pack anyway, I'd probably come down and just put on 4 tires and see what I can make out of it. After that, if you're in the middle of the field, I think it's kind of you have to make your own decisions and figure out what you want to do. This is going to be interesting. The other thing I think that will be interesting is I believe the 51 will be restarting on the outside here. We'll have to see. He's been really good at launching on that bottom. How well can he launch off the outside compared to the 88, who will be on the bottom this time? So basically invert your front row from the previous restart. This is going to be fun. We've also seen with the outside, it doesn't launch all that well, but it really seems to make a resurgence down the back straightaway. So this is going to be a fun restart here, and also will be the last one of the night.
Yeah, final cars are coming down here. Colin, can we get an official lap count when we hit the line here? Okay, so we're going to be going green with 5 laps to go in the race. No more cautions because of the 5 to go rule. So only 5 laps remaining in this race, guaranteeing green flag throughout. This is going to be interesting. We're going to go through the lineup here. 88, just to my fist is the leader. Second, the 51 of Horatio. Third, the 24 of Highside Hobie. Fourth, the 8 of Hunter Boy. Fifth, the 38 of Royster. Sixth, the 2 of Camo Parrot. Oh, actually, no. 6th is the 18 of Ice in My Veins. 7th is the 2 of Camo Parrot. 8th is the 11 RTSB Killer. 9th is the 6 of B13. And in 10th place is we're watching the race off pit road. I think there's another car. Oh, actually, no, that's it. It's going to be the 20 of Fat Paladin. So that is your top 10.
I do want to throw
green with 5 to go.
I want to throw this one last little thing out here before we go back to green. The 24 is in third. We believe it's not possible, with how many cars are still left in the race for him to pass the 6 for the points lead. But you got to try, right? The 6 is pretty far back right now compared to where he's been all day. The 24 is in third. He's got a little bit of extra motivation right here to try to go get this win. Just keep that in the back of y'all's minds when we go back to green here with 5 to go.
So hold on, you get like an extra 5 points, even though there's a 5-point already gap between first and second. Oh. Well, we don't know the official points, but here we go. With 5 laps remaining, it's gonna be green the rest of the way. 88 on the inside, 51 on the outside. Can the outside get a good launch? Green flag, 5 laps shootout outside. To decide the last race of the regular season. Outside with a fantastic restart. That was the best restart I've seen on the outside all night. Heading in the 1, they all single file. 51 has no help.
He's hanging on though.
3rd and 4th right now. 51's
he gets down.
Tuck in. Yeah, he's gonna get down. Single file currently. Down the back straight away they go. Through 3 and 4. It's going to be close here. You know, you want to get that outside established now. I don't know when 24 is going to make a move. It's probably going to be on the white flag, but here he goes. He's looking. He's going to go down low. 22 and 18 trying to make the outside work.
Ratio back as well.
8 car trying to make it. Oh, 2 car. They're 3 wide contact. 4 to go, Harvick.
This is going to be fun. The second pack is up here. Oh, man. This is sketchy. This whole pack is still here. Nobody's falling off of this. So if something happens, it's going to be big.
Yeah, it's going to be big indeed. 51 has moved into 3rd. What can the 38 do? 38 and 4th, 48 and 5th, 20 making a move to the outside, but it's got no help behind him. Oh, something happened to the 38. Something happened. Oh, 38 in the wall. Contact with another car.
Crash!
They're around. Let's see who was that? The 6 crashed. The 6 car's around.
That's exactly what the 24 wanted.
That's exactly what he needs. 3 laps remaining. Here at Daytona, who's going to take it? 51 to the outside, big run. Oh, 51 took
He's
it
gonna
way
lose
too
ground.
wide out of exit.
Maybe not.
24
Huge.
gets shuffled out. Oh, now the 24 is going to get trained right here. Here we go, 22 trying to make the outside work. He's going to tuck back in line. 11 behind the 22. 51 going to 5th place. Wow, he's got 2 laps remaining when they cross the line. 2 to go here at Daytona. Ooh.
These guys are going to do something. It's going to have to be quick. A lot of single file I see right now. Whoa, huge checkups by a couple guys there. 51 making a move.
Yeah, huge checkup. That bunches up the field. I think there's only 8 cars left in this
Carnival!
pack. That's the 18 and the 20. 20 saves it. 18 is slow on the back straightaway. Here we go. Through 3 and 4. We're going to be coming to the white flag. See, got 88, 48, 51, 24 as the 51 goes to the outside. Has no help. White flag. 1 lap remaining at Daytona.
This is going to be fun. The 51
right,
up on the
right
outside.
out in front. See what happens. 22. He's going to go to 4th. When will the 48 make the move? Down the back straightaway. For the final time. He's still on the bumper, the 88. It might be out of 4. Here we go, through 3 and 4 for the final time. Oh, I don't know what the 48's going to do. Is he going to go to the outside? He's got to run. Yes, he does. 88 can't block. They're side by side to the line. It might be a close one. The 88's going to win it.
Wow.
3 wide for the win at Daytona. Wow. '88 of my fist is going to win at Daytona in an insane finish. Wow. Well, that just happened. What a way to end off the regular season, huh?
I'd say so.
Okay, who was the top 3 so we can go over real quick?
Well, they were.
Okay. Well, wow, what a finish here at Daytona. 88 of just in my fifth. He's going to take home the W today. What a finish. 3 wide at the line, by the way. They were 3 by 3 for the lead. Wow, yeah, that's how you can tell that this race was exciting and close when the top 6 were less than a tenth from each other. It's here we go. We're going to load out of the race, and we're going to go ahead and, I guess, do our interviews here tonight. We're going to go ahead and interview your 3rd place finisher, Highside Hobie in the 24. Highside, you got a copy there, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
What a race here, man. You fought, you were fighting right there. We don't know if you're coming out with the points lead after this for the regular season fight, but you know, you put up a great battle. You had a great race, a great finish. Tell me how your night went, man.
All in all, that was a fun night. I put in a new setup, so my car was a little loose. So there was times when I was in the draft where I almost had completely no control of the car. But the other setup I had, I wasn't confident in it because I think I was going to have the same problem Noggin was having with my camera being too aggressive. So I went with a different setup and tried it, and it was fast. I was able to hit 204 with no draft in the straightaway, but I think that fastest came with the looseness. But that finish, I wanted to pull out to the outside and make it 3 wide, but I would have killed the 51 if it happened. So I don't know. We'll have to see when Caleb puts the points in. I think I'm a couple points short of that elusive 3rd regular season championship.
Yeah, it was a great race. Just tell me, you were in 3rd there. What could you have done better there in those final laps to see if you can get the W here today?
Um, I don't think I could do anything better. Well, I mean, with 3 laps to go, Dustin had a great run, and it hit me, and it pushed me up, and nothing any of us could do there. He was probably going 215, 220, and it got my car squirrely. I pulled out to the outside, and then I was lucky enough to even get back into third. But if I would have done anything differently, it would have killed everybody. So I'm content with that third place, and then Hendrick running 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's fine with me.
Yeah, that is interesting. 1, 2, 3 here tonight for Hendrick. Anything you want to shout out or anything here?
Shout out Circle B. Use our code HIGHSIDE to get free shipping on any orders over $20. Also, shout out Raise Energy. Use code ALOHSRL for 15% off all orders. And as always, appreciate the broadcasting. Keeps getting better and better every race. Looking forward to going into our 7th season of playoffs and moving on to season 8, which we possibly have a nice surprise for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a surprise here. Thank you tonight. Good racing here tonight. And we wish you good luck throughout the playoffs, man.
Thank you.
As we're going to go to your second place finisher, Jet Dryer in the 48. He's with K. Harvick.
Yes, sir, man. You got a copy?
I can't hear. Oh, hold on. I can't hear Harvick at all. There we go.
Slight audio issue. Give us a second.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you what, you had a pretty interesting race. You kind of played the game of back and forth a little bit through the field. I guess sort of the way of the yo-yo. I know at one point, coming back to caution, you got slammed into the wall. So I'm sure that probably impacted you a little bit as well. Walk me through your race.
Well, I think actually that the incident you were just talking about helped me because went ahead and pit. I thought all hope was lost. So I went ahead and took 4 tires. So I had 4 tires. Everyone else stayed out. It looked like. I mean, other than that, I mean, it was like you said, back and forth in the front a few times, mostly in the back or middle of the pack. I mean, I was trying to get in the playoffs. I don't know if I did enough to make it. I know I was right on the line. I think I was one spot below it. Might have finished that way. A win would have been really nice, but I came a little bit too short.
Absolutely, and obviously we hope you can lock your way in there here. But I do have to ask, the amazing finish, 3 wide to the line. You barely lost this thing to the 88. What, if anything, could you have done differently there at the end of the race? Or I guess after the last restart up to the ending there to, just get those extra few inches you needed to bring yourself home the checkered flag instead of your teammate there.
Well, I think the only thing I could have done was flown to Pennsylvania real quick and hit his brake pedal. He just had a run and he was getting pushed. I mean, it was nothing anybody could do. I don't think. I think it was everyone did as much as they could do. I mean, it's good that Hendrick finished 1, 2, 3, but little salty that I didn't get first because, like I said, it was playoffs points, all that fun stuff. I know I had a good run, like Colin had mentioned. Bumped him up the track. I think 2 to go, 3 to go, somewhere in that area. But had a good run, 4 tires, like I said, made the big difference for me. I feel like.
Excuse me, absolutely, and of course, obviously, I don't think points are quite finalized yet. Again, I know you said you were very close on points there. A second place finish and some decent stage points, I would think would probably help you out enough. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but a second place regardless tonight. Any shout outs, thank yous, anything of that sort you'd like to give out tonight?
Well,
Of course, still pending on playoffs, but still a solid run.
Well, thanks to you two to sit in a booth all night commentating this race. I mean, look, thankfully it wasn't a caution fest like we've seen in the past at other tracks, other leagues, everything like that. Yeah, big thanks to you and Air for doing this, and Tyler. I mean, he didn't slow up enough. I feel like he let me up a little bit. Could have done a little bit more. But that's about it.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations on a very close P2, almost a victory. Very good run for you tonight, even coming back from a little adversity. Hopefully, we see you in the playoffs starting on Thursday. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the points, but good luck. And like I said again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Alex, you are with our winner, who also had a pretty eventful race himself. Won a stage or two and a little unorthodox fashion, but hey, you get that at these places. You got old Gist, who once again returns to Victory Lane, a place that he's pretty familiar with.
Okay, I'm here with first place and the winner here of the regular season finale, Gist in my fist. Gist, you got a copy?
I got you, Eric.
What a race, man. You go out there, you won stage 1, you had a phenomenal race, go on, win the race. Tell us, how was your car tonight? Your car looked like a rocket out there.
We had a great car here tonight for Daytona. Awesome engine by Hendrick and the crew. Great setup. A little tight on exit, so I was always worried about sliding up on the exit of the corners, but I mean, it wasn't too much of an issue all night, especially being in the high line. Get good runs up there, but not a lot of people like to stay up there, so we just kind of hang out in the bottom. And that first stage just hung out, didn't really try and fight anything. Let off the gas, realized I was going to be about a lap close. I figured, fuck it, I'll stay out, and I will just coast as much as I can. And it seemed to work out.
Yeah, you were having such a good time up front that you had to hold off the field there at the end in a 5-lap shootout right there. Tell me, how hard was it to hold off the field there, knowing one slip up on that apron would just send you all the way to the back of the field?
Man, it's stressful there. Driving, looking straight forward and back, worrying about where the run's going to come from. It's hard, especially seeing those laps tick down, knowing there's no more cautions. Just gotta stick on the bottom and hope I pick the right line to go with, and I sure enough did there right at the end. Just barely, but hey, I will take the win and happy to get these playoff points going into the Chicagoland on Thursday.
Yeah, it's always good. Any shout-outs you want to do here before we end the thing here today?
Shout out Team Hendrick, Team Dirty, Team Hendrick 123 especially. A great race tonight. I guess I didn't let off the gas enough for Jet Dryer there, but happy to pick up a win after not getting one for so long this season. And Jet Dryer said if he could have, he would have came to Pennsylvania and hit my brake pedal, but good thing I am in New Jersey, so that would not have worked.
Wrong location there, Jet Dryer.
So,
but
that would have been good. He could try all he wants, but I'm happy to always race it out with Jet Dryer. It's always a fun time, and can't wait to get back on Thursday to start the playoffs.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your win and good luck in the playoffs, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, before we head off tonight and everything, do we have an update on points? Is there going to be an update on points tonight, or are we going to have to wait until Caleb gets off his... Okay, well, we have no points update, but we are 95% sure the 6 won the regular season finale championship, He won that. Yeah, he won that. You see that trophy? Yeah, he won that.
What trophy?
Yeah,
I don't see nothing. No.
Well, you're blind, Kevin, so yeah, you can't see nothing. Okay.
I mean...
So, thank you everybody tuning in. It was a great regular season finale. Before I check off, please.
Poor Alex. No.
Well, we have Chicagoland on Thursday. Thanks for everybody for tuning in and watching. I'm Air Just Cause. That was K Harvick fan. We'll see you for the playoff race Thursday. Good night.